Hello everyone. Yeah, today we're not doing that is my playback. Uh-oh. Today we're not doing a game. I've been watching far too many podcasts of them grading and ranking and all of these stuff with like Warhammer 40,000, and I've been getting ideas. So, spontaneously, I was like, we rated the legions and the factions last time. Well, we rated the factions last time. Why not the Primarchs? And yeah, I think if I can talk for a bit, one sec. This might this might be a relatively short stream. Um, I don't know. I feel not too well, but I will try to see how long I can yap for. So, without further ado, we should get started. That's what we should do without further ado. But I'm gonna talk about my new game. I chose the Necron's army for my last Warhammer 40,000 game. I played it against Imperial Knights. Yeah, Necrons is really just throw bodies at the problem and then just hope that it goes away because you want to secure objective markers early. I should. That's a future video idea. Just going over how to play each army that I know. One for Custodes, one for Necrons, one for like orcs, I guess. I don't know. I can't say I'm an expert on orcs. I can say I'm pretty good with Custodes and Necrons. What was the score? I think he conceded after turn during turn three, during round three, but the final score was like 58-29 because misplays were made and he didn't secure the objective markers early. And I just got really lucky with my secondary objectives too. So yeah, it took everything to take down the. It took everything I had to take down his two knights, and I did bring anti tank. I knew 58-29 in my favor. But yeah. But yeah, I should create a video. Just just how to play Custodes or like how to play a certain detachment. I've definitely seen there was another VTuber that does Warhammer content. I can't remember who it was. Aside from Cleo playing Total War games. There was definitely one more VTuber. Let me see if I can find him. One sec. Total Warhammer 40K. Ah, right. Christian von Carmine. Car great Warhammer content creator. But that's all. But that aside, we should actually get started. If I can just. Oh, that's what I forgot. Sorry. Bad habit of forgetting things. I will forever. Chat, you should know by now. I am forever of the habit of. I remember. I forgot something. I don't remember what I forgot. And it will forever be that way. Also, in other news, actually, I got rid of the sign in button from chat. You don't see it anymore. No more. No more sign in button. It just works. Might see it in the next chat though. I need to fix that real quick. We're so good at this. We're so good at content creation. Yeah, it was a minor issue, truth be told, but minor issues require minor fixes. So I fixed it. And, well, it's not too big of a deal. As for not needing anti-tank for Titans, they're not Titans. They're Knights. Don't call them Titans. That makes Knight players very angry. Actually, call them Titans if you really like making Knight players very angry. It's really funny. Personally, I don't care. If you call them Titans, flare them up. Make them seem bigger and meaner and stronger than they really are. If you call them Knights, well, that's just what they are. Now, let me see if I can get... there it is. Corn for the cornflakes. No, we are not. All right. Let me transition to stream. All right, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That'll work. And there's still a small gap, but it's fine. Transitioning to stream. Just like I have transitioned. Not yet, not yet. There we go. As you can see, Sanguinius is right where he belongs. God tier Primarch. Best of the best. He's handsome as hell. He's kind as hell. He's humanity at its peak. He's just the best. Now, none of this is actually in order of like their numbers. So I'm just gonna, I mean, if we want to go by order of number, then if I remember correctly, then Lionel Johnson would be first. And it is, I think the list is upside down. No! Like, unless you mean the, like, Primarch order, in which case, I don't think so. And if you're talking about the tier list itself, no, Sanguinius belongs in S tier. He will forever belong in S tier. But Primarch order, no. I'm gonna go off memory based on who I remember to be in which legion. Which is to say, I don't actually remember any of the legions except the the Dark Angels being the first, because Dark Angels will not shut up about Dark Angel players will not shut up about being the first. Nuh-uh. No. Sanguinius is best. You will accept it as the truth. It is the imperial truth. All right. Lionel Johnson, 30k. I think he belongs as a solid B tier. For the Lion, Blueberry S tier. No, Gilliman is not. Actually, my model disappeared. Uh-oh. Again, this is what I get for opening chat frequently. I'll just use... It's more convenient to open chat frequently than it is to, one sec. Model. Here it is. Hello. I'm alive. Sorry, my disappearing trick seems to be finicky again. You insulted the blue and thus you lost privileges. But Lionel Johnson, B tier. You know what? I'll just go in whatever order I want to. You're right. We should just do that. Gilliman. Where's Gilliman? Privileges stolen by blood ravens. Are you a magician? I am a connoisseur of the arts of magic myself. But, let's see. Where is Gilliman? Oh, there's Gilliman. This is 30k Gilliman. I need to find a Gilliman 40k art. Hello, Gilliman. All right. Lionel Johnson, he's gonna sit in B tier just because I don't really like his character too much from the bit I know. He's great, but also he's quite immature and irrational for a demigod. You know, just after all, he did also give Perturabo like 2 giant siege cannons because during the Horus Heresy because he thought Perturabo was still a loyalist and he wanted the vote to become the next War Master. Darn it. And this also proceeded to play a definitive role in winning the Siege of Terra, or them almost winning the Siege of Terra for Chaos. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But Gilliman S tier. Gilliman Horus Heresy A tier, actually. Just simply because Gilliman, Imperium Secundus, pretty cool. Gilliman himself, pretty cool. Great Crusade, he did really well. But he wasn't perfect. And S tier is for perfection. Perfectly written characters. That's Gilliman 30k. He has a massive growth moment in 40k. That's probably what you're thinking of. Gilliman in 40k, massive growth moment. Same with the Lion, honestly. But like Lion in 40k beats out 30k Gilliman. Then why is Golden Boy up there? Because he's gold. He's like the role model student every Sanguinius is the role model A plus S plus student that every Primarch should look up to. That's just how it is, you know? And yeah, you just gotta be better. you can't you either have to be better or you can't beat him. After all, Sanguinius was the best duelist, aside from getting owned by Horus. But that was fate. Fate's not real. Well, fate is real, but this isn't about a fate. This is about this is about Chadness. I can't. I can't. I can't keep this together. I mean, have you seen Sanguinius? He's just the best. Like, literally just the best. There's no beating Sanguinius. He's just hot. And it's got good lore. And can take down Warlord Titans. He's just better. Now, I'm not gonna go Angron next because that's lame. I'm just gonna throw Ferrus Manus and Ferrus Manus 2.0 in F tier. Because Ferrus Manus doesn't have much lore to begin with. He's pretty arse. He's pretty bad. And then he proceeds to fight Fulgrim and gets decapitated. And then Ferrus Manus as a ghost isn't much better. He's just like haunting around Imperial Palace because the Emperor is like, no, you can't leave just yet. I need your soul around. And it's just his head floating around. And he's just like, oh, don't do this. Don't do that. There are more F tier Primarchs to come. Because, yeah. Now, Ghost of Ferris Pass, Ghost of Fair's present because of Fair's future. Which one are you most afraid of? All right. I'm gonna ignore Angron for a little longer. I'm just gonna hop to Lorgar. Lorgar deserves a also an F. He's better than Ferris Manus, but he doesn't do much. Well, like aside from starting the entire Horus Heresy, it's sort of Lorgar's fault for believing in the for believing in the Chaos Gods. Fine, I give him a D. I don't like him, but I would do Rumble. Where's my favorite Primarch Trazen? Real fast. F. Lorgar gets an F. I mean, I can agree with that. Darn you, Lorgar, and damn it, Horus. Oh, Horus starting everything is always terrible. All right. Next up, Lorgar 30k, also an F. Why? He really doesn't do much. He just writes scriptures all day and hides in his little tower away from Corvus Corax, and just he's there. He doesn't do much. There's no lore of him. Now, for the fun one that I will do next, Alpharius and Omegon. What do you mean, bro? Invited friends to his place. Did he? I don't. Lorgar deserves nothing. He deserves no love. Erebus deserves all the hate he deserves. Because, you know what? Lorgar deserves hate for creating Erebus. Alpharius and Omegon. Alpharius, C tier. Omegon, A tier. Alpharius, pretty poor writing. I don't like his writing. That's just the truth of the matter. I don't like how they wrote him. Especially with his back and forth charades during the Horus Heresy. So during the Horus Heresy, Alpharius and Omegon run into some Xenos, and the Xenos tell them like a prophecy of the future. Spoilers, very bad spoiler, not very bad summary that could be spoilers. But they receive a fate. I am Alpharius. This is a lie. But they receive some like fate of like, oh, if the Horus Heresy succeeds, then chaos will somehow kill itself, and that's the Emperor's grand plan. Or at least Alpharius believes it's the Emperor's grand plan. Omegon is sitting there like, that doesn't make any sense. Brother, are you sure about this? And Alpharius is like, I'm in charge of the Legion. You're just in the shadows. I'm correct. And Alpharius leads the charge and does some shenanigans while Omegon sabotages. Now, I don't like chaos. I like the loyalist part of the Alpha Legion. That's why I like Omegon. So, when it comes down to it, I prefer Omegon significantly more than Alpharius, especially when Alpharius does his little games. He infiltrates the Imperial Palace. Yeah, I have big brain. One of his quote unquote big brain moments is when he infiltrates the Imperial Palace just to blow up all the statues of the Primarch except for Rogo Dorns and Alpharius, it says, and like his own. Like, mind you, this man infiltrated the Imperial Palace in the midst of the Horus Heresy just to do this. And he like as a symbol of it's you versus me, Dorn. That's all this is. And then like soon after he attacks Pluto and then gets decapitated while trying to convince Dorn, the most stubborn, dick-headed Primarch we possibly have, to join the chaos because that'll clearly work. Also, while in the middle of a duel, like they're actively trying to kill each other, and he's like, "Listen to me, Dorn. Things will work out if you join me. I have the bigger brain." And yeah, that big brain proceeded to get decapitated. So that was cool. Omega's still alive as far as I'm concerned. That's why he's higher too. Now transitioning from that, we have Rogo Dorn and this terrible image of him. Rogo Dorn deserves an A. He's not Omegon's levels of favorite. But Rogo Dorn, he led the Siege of Terra. He made the Imperial Fist and the Black Templars and every other like favorite faction of people's. So like, yeah. Also, I think he's a pretty well written character. One sec, drinking water. As a guard player, S best tank, last wall protocol. Oh yeah, and then there's the last wall. There's one of his protocols where he can just, where the Imperial Fist can just reunite all of their successor chapters to form one Mega Legion again. I think that's cool. That's pretty cool of them. Now, picking from the list. Let's actually do Angron. Angron 30k is a tragedy. He shouldn't have trusted Lorgar. But it's a well-written tragedy, and it is entirely the Emperor's fault that Angron is the way he is. Well, not entirely, but it is partially the Emperor's fault. Like, you could have put him down, but no, you had to use him as a tool. It's like when your chainsaw, it's like you have a robot with a chainsaw, and it's got rogue AI to cut down everything in its sight, and you're like, well, I still need a lumberjack, so you put it in a forest. Inevitably, the chainsaw is going to go rogue and slice a human. And that's what the Emperor did. So, like, so it just doesn't make sense. You would, if you saw a chainsaw that had bad programming, you would just, or a chainsaw wielding robot that had bad programming, you would just shut it down. Or a rabid dog, you would also put it down. But no, you had to throw it into fight ring and win your bets. Thanks, Biggie. Hope it was worth it. Hey, save the clanker slurs for for Protorabo. Now, next up is Angron 40k, also a tragic character. I like the fact that he can come back in he comes back in apes. If you kill him, he can come back in 8 seconds, 8 minutes, 8 hours, 8 days, 8 months, or 8 years. And that's like the maximum. He has the shortest resurrection time of any Primarch. Yeah, counterpoint to nah. But yeah. I think I like Angron just for the also, I know, just for his sheer intimidation and how much it takes for him to be put down. I like that part of the lore. Like, especially during Armageddon, where Angron comes back, and then the Grey Knights have to deploy their chapter master at the time, and like a whole Terminator squad, and even then, it was like a whole Terminator squad or a whole battlesuit squad, and even then they barely managed to quell him, and then he comes back in like the same book. But he shouldn't have trusted Lorgar. He was literally about to die, and then Lorgar casts a spell and is like, "You become Demon Primarch because I like you too much, and I don't want you to die, brother. Noble cause, but you just prolonged his suffering, Lorgar." Ingron's not too appreciative of that. I always come back. Ay, ay, ay. Enough of the FNAF references, guys. Now, next up, Corvus Corax. Not much lore about him, but I still like him more than Angron. So he gets a he gets a B plus. He's past the lion. I like him as a Primarch. I like his Legion. I like his like I'm I'm Conrad but better. Also, he's like there's a story where a Night Lord and a Raven Guard are raiding a base during the Great Crusade. And this is an excerpt from a chapter or from a book. And the Night Lord goes something along the lines of, "We should make sure there are no prisoners so that they'll be terrified." No, we should make sure that that at least one can get away or something like that, because terror is the true thing of the battlefield. And the Raven Guard goes, "No, we should make sure we get this done as stealthily and as efficiently as possible." They have some kind of argument like that, and then Corvus Corax just appears from a shadow and is like, "Hey, I think terror is pretty cool." And then he just walks back into the shadows completely silently, full Primarch size, and into like his armor, just walks back into the shadows and disappears. And then the Night Lord goes, "Well, that got me terrified for reals." So yeah, I think Corvus Corax is pretty cool. And him in his Raven form, I mean, there's barely any lore of him. He's hunting Lorgar. I mean, I'll give it a C. Like, you technically are there, you exist. I mean, I guess you're the same Primarch, but come back to the Imperium already. Jesus Christ, stop hanging out in the warp. Now. Now. For the next one. I'll get to Magnus eventually. Oh, I have words to say with Magnus and Fulgrim. Let's do Horus. Horus 30k. S tier. Almost beats Sanguinius. Certainly beats 40k Gilliman. Horus was literally the most charismatic of the Primarchs. He had everything. He was the Giga Chad. When I think when meeting, I think it was like one of the Solar Auxilia, or one of like he was meeting someone. It might have been no, that's what it is. If I remember correctly, when he first met his Legion. No, when he first met an Imperial general, like guardsman, yeah, like the guardsman of 30k. So Tempestuous Scions, no, that's not right. Solar Auxilia, whatever. When he met one of the generals, the the guy was too stun locked to bow down to Horus. So Horus in turn bowed down to him, like got on his knee to talk to him. And immediately won the support of all of like that's how Horus got so much of the like basic human troops to fight for him. So 30k Horus, Giga Chad. 40k Horus. I hate him. I hate him. Damn it, Horus, you ruined everything. You ruined everything. I can't forgive him for that. What am I supposed to do? Say, oh, I'm sorry. I forgive you for destroying everything the Emperor worked for. I'm a Custodes fan. What the Emperor was working for was perfect. Well, almost perfect. But to say otherwise is to speak heresy. So yeah, 40k Horus can go to hell. Well, I guess he can't go to hell because his soul is so completely annihilated. He has no soul left. So I guess 40k Horus can. There is no 40k Horus. He's gone. He died in 30k. Huh. Horus Heresy Horus can go to hell. Man, Warhammer lore can get confusing at times. What did y'all agree? Um, as now, speaking of people that ruin things, Magnus. 30k Magnus, D. As in he's there, but also like, why? Why did you do this? Why would you? Why would you commit such hate? Like, the Emperor literally. I mean, I guess it's the Emperor's fault. Yeah, it can get really complicated. Here, let me pull something up. I think I found there was a Horus Heresy books order. How do I read the Horus Heresy in order? And it's just this. Like, it's terrible. How do you read this? How like how do you read this? You can't. Well, you can. It's just no. Oh my god. It's just bad. Bad all around. Bad to the bone. Mechanicum, Hands of the Emperor. It's just no. No, 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 no. All right. Next up. Actually, we were on Magnus. Magnus, I know the Emperor created you for magic, but he literally said just stop it for now. And then Magnus proceeded to mess up the Webway project, which killed so many Custodes, and the Custodes were crippled during the Horus Heresy. And it's just terrible, terrible all around. I don't like Magnus. I mean, it's not entirely his fault, but it's like 99% your fault. So Magnus did nothing wrong. His one job was to do nothing, and he did it terribly, terribly wrong. As for 40k Magnus, he's actually pretty chill. I mean, he hates Ahriman, his legion, his his chapter master, or not chapter master, his legion, his old legion, second in command. But I think I like him. He's a C tier. He's done nothing wrong. Well, as in he's done everything wrong, and he can only do nothing wrong now because everything is destroyed or ruined or on fire. Now, um, Fulgrim. Fulgrim 30k, pretty cool. The only reason I'm not putting him past the lion is because he listened to his sword, and bad things happened to when he listening to his sword, because it was clearly just his subconscious after all. Clearly just his subconscious and nothing else, and nothing bad was happening. Oh, dude, these terrible things must be my subconscious. But that's just how it is with Fulgrim. And then 40k Fulgrim can go in F because he doesn't do anything except indulge, and indulgence is cool and all, I guess. Whatever. Heck, he probably goes below Lorgar. These two are tied. I'm just gonna say these two are tied because like there's no saving them. There's no salvaging that. There's no salvaging terrible and lack of lore. So 40k Fulgrim can go, well, back to the warp, I guess. And especially if if the only reason he came back was to fight Gilliman, which is weird, but also not too insane, I guess. Now, that's enough of chaos for now. I think we need to indulge in a little bit of delight. So we're gonna do Jagatai Khan. A tier. Better than Gilliman. Gilliman was a bit of a hardhead. Jagatai Khan, very wise. Very Chad. Very cool, too. So overall, he's just pretty good. The White Scars are cool. I think the White Scars, I mean, aside from their minor incident with the thinking half their Legion went traitor. No, that was the Dark Angels. I don't know if the White Scars had anything similar to that. I think they did. They almost went full traitor, but then the Alpha Legion stepped in and were like, "Hey guys, Horus betrayed everyone, and you're gonna go free. Thanks, Omega, for saving the day once again." And Lehman Russ also gets an A tier. Simply, okay, maybe a B tier. You did burn Prospero when his one job was to not burn Prospero and to talk peacefully. But aside from that, he was pretty wise. I mean, I still think his fight with Angron was pretty cool. I think the Space Wolves won that battle. Angron does not deserve any of the love there. No sympathy there. Vulcan, S tier. Beats Gilliman. Very charismatic man. Very kind man. Very Chad man. Sacrificed himself for the Imperium. Sounds about right. Moving on. Corvus Corax, D tier. I don't actually F tier because no Chorus. No, that's not Corvus. That's Conrad Kurz. Conrad Kurz. No Conrad. No Kurz. You cannot slay innocents and call it predetermined because of fate. Go face your sins. That's not how that works. Unfortunately, playing innocent because of fate is not how reality works. And I don't like you. No love for Blueberry. What's the criteria? My opinion. We're doing it entirely off of lore and my opinion of them. There is no criteria. I mean, the main criterias are: is there lore? Do I like the lore? Because I have a huge bias for the loyalists. That much should be obvious by the fact that half of Chaos is sitting flat in F. But it's just my general opinion of them. I should probably have had a criteria, but like that's a little complicated. And I'm a little too scatterbrained to set up a proper criteria of like, oh, I don't know their Horus Heresy table stop stats because I don't play Horus Heresy, so it's just general lore of, oh, Lorgar caused the Imperial, like Lorgar led his beliefs to follow the Chaos Gods. The belief for the Chaos Gods led his legion down the path it did. His legion proceeded to infect half of the other legions, and that's how we get the Horus Heresy. Woohoo! Who needs those? Yeah, who needs criteria anyway? But I mean, you're more than welcome to state your opinions on them too, chat. I know there's quite a few of you today because I actually put effort into my thumbnail, I think. So you're more than welcome to state your opinion on things, and I will take it into account. But so far, chat's been vocal for the Ultramarines and Gilliman, and quite critiqueful of my placement of Sanguinius in S tier. Which I stand by the way. I think Sanguinius belongs in S tier for a very wide variety of reasons, including the fact that he is gold. Rogodorn can be gold too, but that's not the same. Um, we could do another tier list after this. This was a rather short tier list, and I was expecting it to go for longer. But my severe lack of Horus Heresy lore is really showing, isn't it? Perturabo, I actually can sympathize a little bit with. Not empathize. I can't like be like, oh, I would do the same thing in your shoes. No, I can just be like, I feel bad for you. So he gets a low B tier. Um, just because, like, I get it. He's overshadowed by Dorn. He's overshadowed by, like, in his tactical thinking, he's overshadowed by Gilliman. In his siege tactics, he's overshadowed by Dorn. In building, he's overshadowed by Dorn. In attrition, he's overshadowed by Mortarion. Like, there's just no, like, there's just nothing he's winning in. I get the Emperor likes redundancies, but you should at least acknowledge your redundancies and be like, good job. I can help you. I can pair you with Dorn and help you build it, and you two can work together to build a magnificent thing. Instead, we got Perturabo kicking Dorn's ass in the Iron Cage. Which, now that I think about it, was pretty cool. Also, their motto, the Iron Legion's motto, the Iron Warriors Legion's model is pretty cool. Of iron within, iron without. But as for 40k Perturabo, he doesn't have. He's actually grown. So I'll put him above Demon Rust and Corvus. He's grown. He's matured. He's learned his lessons. He's actually a pretty good Primarch fodder to his Space Marines when the time is right. It's just like, I wish there was more lore of Perturabo, but I know the Iron Warriors are always forgotten by James Workshop. And I really wish they were acknowledged more. But that's just my opinion, I guess. Not much we could do about that. Unless they, like, reveal Perturabo as the next Primarch in the next, like, 3 months. That would be funny. Or the next 6 months, just 11th edition. Perturabo comes back, which I would not prefer, by the way. I would prefer Perturabo over Lorgar, but I would prefer any of the Loyalists over Chaos. Primarch. Unloved and forgotten. Yeah. even even meta wise, in real life, the Iron Warriors are unloved and forgotten. Not as much as the Iron Hands, that's for sure, though. Now, for Mortarion. Mortarion 30k, I'd say he's a spiteful bastard. But he has my, like... Actually, Fulgrim 30k. No. He has some cool lore with him. So he certainly beats Crow Corvus. Yeah. Although his constant edginess of "I hate the Emperor, I'm gonna betray the Emperor." I mean, that's cool. Like, can you get over yourself? You sound like an edgy 13-year-old. I'm gonna rebel against his family, and I'm gonna do all of these things. I'm gonna run away from home. It just doesn't work. 40k Mortarian, actually, 40k Mortarian's completely lost his mind. 30k Mortarian was already losing his mind. 40k Mortarian completely lost his mind. Also, Mortarian gets his rear kicked by most of the Horus Heresy. Yeah. Most of the Horus Heresy summed up is "I'm gonna rebel against my dad." It's just daddy issues. Wow, this was a quicker tier list than expected. What else do I have planned? Oh, I don't have anything else planned. Oh no. We could rate the Imperial Guard regiment. That would be cool. But then again, I only know of like four of them. And that's Catachan, Mordians, Cadians, and Krieg. Those are the only four I know. It's so over. Yeah. I mean, the tier list is over. What else is there to do? I could talk other tidbits of 40k lore, like the fact that Conrad Kurz let himself be orcs. What about the orcs? Rating the orc, all of them. Rate every 40k orc unit right now. All, I don't even know how many of them there are. I that sounds like that sounds more of a like we'd start from the beginning of a stream, just rating every 40k orcs unit and just going over why they're good, why they're bad, why they're like for tabletop wise. I mean, for vibes wise, Flash gets win. Name every Gretchen. It's a it's a Grot's life for us. It's a Grot's life for us. Oh my god. No, no. That would be funny as heck though. If anyone else has any other ideas, I'm open for ideas right about now. Definitely not just buying time for a 1 hour for the 1 hour mark. And no, the 1 hour mark's not just a flat like criteria. It's a minimum requirement I set for myself so that we don't have too short of a stream. And simultaneously, I want to make sure I improve my endurance with streams. Tanks, but I'm already working on a video for that. Fine, maybe if I could find a tier list. No, no, that doesn't work. All races. We already did this. We already did this with all factions. Centerpieces, Age of Sigmar, factions, races. 1 second. What's the best pyramid? Who wins in the ancient Egypt ripoff? The Thousand Sons or the Necrons? Honestly, I'd say Necrons beat that vibe. I'd say Necrons beat that vibe easily. Oh no, it got rid of 30k Gilliman. What efforts will I or 40k Gilliman? What efforts will I do? Except copy and paste the same images again. Where did we throw him? We threw him in A tier or an S tier. And then the lion just being a Giga Chad. Oh god. My voice really is giving out early. What's the best pyramid? They don't have the color scheme. But like none of the factions. I mean, we're gonna have to go to Old World. Like Warhammer Old World. Because obviously the best ancient Egypt ripoff is the actual ancient Egypt ripoff. The Tomb Kings. Up until they run and Cetra, because Cetra does not serve. Well, up until he gets his arse kicked by Nagash, because such is the power of Nagash. Like, yeah, yeah. Oh, man. I could, actually. Total or Warhammer 3. That's total drama. That's not the same. Darn you. Warhammer. Eh? Where'd my Warhammer the old world? Nope, nothing good. No one has created a tier list. I will create the tier list myself later. I will be the one that decides what that looks through all of the Warhammer. That sounds like so much work. It sounds like so much work. I would do it for content though. If you guys are interested, I will do it for content. Just rating all of Total War's Warhammer 3's factions. Or just the old world. Well, that is the old world, just during the end times. Yeah. But yeah. I can't think of what else to talk about. You should finish the video. Oh, okay. I've been quite busy with school, so I haven't had made too much progress with the video. And also, Arknights Enfield released recently, and it's a new gacha game. I play Arknights. I have to play the sequel, so I've been a little procrastinating on it. It should still be out by either the end of the month or early February. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Um, but I am on the Custodes right now because, truth be told, the Custodes just Giga Chads. Gotta love the Custodes. I'm gonna download this image. No thanks. Yeah. I am on the Custodes, then there's the Sisters of Battle, and then there's the Mechanicus. Actually, you know what? I'll take this time to just appreciate how much I hate the Mechanicus tanks. Because there's only one, and it's this thing. That's not a tank. That is a that is a dune crawler from Star Wars. That's a sand crawler from Star Wars. It looks like it came from Star Wars, just like slightly knocked off. AA? It's not even like... This thing is supposed to be a main battle tank, somehow. I don't even know how. It's just so bad. It just doesn't work. It looks so awful. It's not even an anti-air. It's meant for infantry support. Its stats aren't bad. That's the worst part about it. If I like pull up new recruit. If I pull up new recruit and then just take a quick look at the Adeptus Mechanicus. The stats for it aren't bad if I could find it. Scorpius Disintegrator. It's got 10 movement, 10 toughness, saves on 2s, and has 12 wounds. That's pretty good for a tank. And like, let's say I just want the Pheramite cannon, because that's the anti-tank option. It's not bad. It's just, what is this? This isn't a tank. CA, sorry, you're gonna have to elaborate by what you mean by AA then, because but yeah, sorry, that was just my ramble about the Adeptus Mechanicus tank looking like absolute hot garbage. Kind of look like anti-air? Yeah, no, it's not. It is, in fact, meant for ground support. It's not AA. It is full ground support. It's got 3 stubbers. Wait, if this is the new AdMech tank, when was it introduced? 7 years ago. It's due for a refresh already. It's better than these things, though. This is these are Bane Blades. That doesn't count. Although them being Mechanicus paint scheme looks cool as heck. But yeah, no, this isn't AA. It's equipped with a Pheramite cannon, which is just a las cannon with like 2 extra shots. Yeah, that's all I can say about this tank. It's a tank of all time. It is a tank of all time. I just, yeah. My voice is starting to give out though, so I will be ending stream right about now, which is to say, right now. I'll get back to script writing after I eat some food because, gosh, food is important sustenance. Don't forget to eat your foods, kids. Don't forget to eat your foods, kids. It is very important. Also, don't skip breakfast. Breakfast is an important meal of the day, and cereals, if you choose the right one, can give a lot of fiber. I don't know why I'm giving you dietary recommendations as a VTuber, but you should listen to me. I'm not a qualified doctor. I'm just a very good and educated person on the matter, and I like sharing random facts throughout streams. I guess that's sort of what you're here for, isn't it? I'm getting lost in my rambles. Sorry. But yeah. Um I will be ending stream here. Thank you to everyone that joined the stream. I've had more viewers today than I usually have again, and I hope to continue growing. Uh if you like the stream, please like and subscribe because I got to do my daily show. Got to get that engagement up. And yeah, I'll be seeing you all next week on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. EST for our next scheduled stream. Have a good one, everyone. Bye bye. Where is it? There it is. What's the transition button? That's the transition button. Bye bye.